Jokes can these days be quite a controversial topic of conversation. We need humour in life. We need comedy, especially to get us through some of the most horrific things. And you'll often notice when horrific things do happen, there's somebody who's very quick-witted, posting the memes and the quotes to sort of lighten the mood. And I myself try to make, I'm not a comedian, however, I do try to make some more light-hearted quotes and memes on narcissism, but otherwise we'd all be miserable. We need that balance within our lives. If you go to a comedy club, you're expecting that humour. You're expecting that they're going to sort of make fun out of a group of people about people's weight, about people's hair colour. It's not done to pull somebody down. It's that humour, and there's a very fine line. These days it tends to get spread along social media, and people, even though the humour wasn't directed at them personally, get offended, take it personally, and then seek to attack the person and bring the person down. Seem to twist it to fit their own narrative, believing that it's all about them. These can often be narcissistic individuals. Well, here's somebody random who's made a joke that must be about me because they believe everything is about them, when it's not. Just as victims themselves can very, very easily, because they've been criticised to a point that they no longer know who they are as a person, get to a point where they struggle to accept a joke for what it is and can become incredibly offended. And when happens, this is things that we need to work on for ourselves. Narcissistic individuals will go all out to use jokes to their advantage, to deflect any criticism from their behaviour, to avoid accountability for their behaviour. Narcissistic people know that jokes are jokes are a day-to-day experience that people do. So they will 100% take advantage of this to make a joke at your expense, to criticise you, to make it personally, to pull you down. And then they get away with it by claiming, oh, you're a bit too sensitive. I was only joking. You can't take a joke. When it wasn't a joke, it was a sly, subtle, covert, underhand or obvious dig at your expense. And then the second you take offence, they accuse you of not being able to take a joke. It's a very fine line. Narcissists will go all out with those insulting comments directed at you, either by talking poorly about somebody else that is in a similar situation to you, or somebody else's looks that's similar to yours. You just know that it's directed at you and not just for some light-hearted humour. Narcissists make those belittling and humiliating remarks about others and about you, and then they claim that they're only joking. You assert your boundary and say, that might be a little bit too far. And the first time, most people would be like, oh, sorry, I didn't realise, I didn't mean to. Then they wouldn't do it again. A narcissist will go all out to push you to the limits and find a way to blame you. They claim they're only joking to avoid responsibility and make out that you're the one that's just too sensitive. A narcissist will use what is potentially okay humour, however, they'll use it in inappropriate situations to try and get people to laugh along with them. And when people don't laugh along with them, you often notice that they suddenly get offended and they look for other ways to get the attention back onto themselves because it's all about them. They can use humour to make inappropriate or offensive jokes and then simply brush off any negative reactions to the joke by claiming that it was just in jest. Or feign ignorance. Well, they didn't know. They didn't know. You take that personally. And this isn't about a complete stranger. This isn't about someone saying a joke and then a complete stranger getting offended by it. This is a narcissist directing these things at their friends and their family. This isn't that friendly banter where two people will have that friendly banter towards each other and mock and humiliate each other, but they know they're not doing it to be hurtful. They're doing it to sort of toughen each other up for the real world. However, with a narcissist, there's no friendly banter because they will chip and chip away at you. They will dig at you. They will use those insulting comments, the inappropriate humour. They will be sarcastic. They will belittle you. They will go all out to bring you crashing down and criticise you. Yet the second you say anything in return, they're going to be majorly offended and you're going to be the issue. It's not a two-way street. They have those double standards. Narcissists use that manipulative teasing. They engage in the teasing that is meant to undermine somebody's confidence or self-esteem. And they will then just excuse it as that playful banter. Provide a narcissist with some constructive feedback that is actually beneficial, they take offence. They use passive-aggressive statements. They can express hostility or criticism in a covert manner, the backhanded compliments and things as such. Then they dismiss the impact by saying that it was only a joke, or they're looking to avoid any form of direct confrontation. They can tickle you, but they take it too far. They take it to the point of pain. And then you can ask them to stop and stop and stop and stop. And then eventually they get the face on, they get a face ache that you dared to ask them to stop, and they stop talking to you because you wouldn't allow them to tickle you because they were hurting you. They use humour to deflect, they use the I'm only joking to deflect any serious conversations. They can express hostility or criticism in that covert manner and then dismiss the impact by claiming it was only a joke. They use it when they're confronted with serious issues about their own behaviour, and then they just claim that they were only joking and you're taking things too seriously to deflect the conversation away from the original problem. They use it to test your boundaries. They use it to invalidate other people's feeling. Narcissists use I'm only joking to test your boundaries. Narcissistic individuals will often go all out to push social norms or personal boundaries under the guise of I'm only joking to see how much they can get away with without facing consequences for their actions. They use I'm only joking to invalidate other people's feelings. They can laugh off other people's emotions and concerns by claiming that they were only having a joke and it's you that's being too sensitive, making you feel invalidated and belittled for daring to express your feelings. By using I'm only joking as a cover, narcissistic individuals can manipulate situations to their advantage while minimalising the impact of their negative behaviour. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have some limited one-to-one slots available. I do also have several books out on Amazon. 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you cannot go no contact, which is this one. How to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. A Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is a full guide on the criterias and the behaviours, and then a few ideas on helping with recovery from narcissistic and emotional abuse. And the new book, which people have been asking for, which is the hilarious and horrifying Narcissistic Memes and Their Meanings, which is out now and available on Amazon in ebook, paperback and hardback. And there's currently a special offer on for those who are happy to leave a 5-star review. Then please send me a message, because the Break Free from Narcissistic and Emotional Abuse online course is absolutely free. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.